What's up, you guys? So it's really early in the morning. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at this Mazda. Hopefully everything works out. We're gonna go ahead and try to lowball this guy, and we'll see how it works out. Alrighty, guys, we just got back to the house. You guys can see we went ahead and copped this car, the 2010 Mazda 3. You guys can see it does have a bit of clear coat fade up here on the hood as well. We're gonna go ahead and get this polished, buffed up. Pretty nice car, you guys. Check it out. Headlights need to be redone as well. Overall, it's a pretty decent car. Let's do a quick little walkthrough. Here's a better look of the interior, you guys. Like I said, it's 2010 and it's actually manual. It's got a 2.0 engine in it. Power windows. For some reason, this version didn't come with power locks, so that's the weird thing. Let's go ahead and start her up. The only thing that's wrong with this car, you guys, is the power steering pump is gone bad. And you can hear we got a bit of an exhaust leak. But aside from that, everything works. AC is cold, radio works, windows work, car drives fine. I'm not hearing any weird engine noises. Shift's good, every gear works, you guys. I did go ahead and scan the car before I test drove it, and it did show a power steering fault. I went ahead and verified that the power steering is full. I did hear a few clunks in the rear suspension when I was test driving. The crazy thing is that the owner said he took it to a shop and they told him it was nothing to worry about. And it was probably just his emergency jack jumping around. So we're gonna have to go ahead and check suspension for that as well. Alrighty, guys, the next day we're gonna go ahead and continue working on the Mazda. And then go ahead and order that electric power steering pump off of eBay. Go ahead and upload a picture right here. Now while we wait for the part, we're gonna go ahead and clean the car up from the exterior real quick, just to see what we're working with the actual hood, as well as the sun fade damage on the paint. Guys, this is how the engine bay is looking. As you can see, it looks like they've been trying to top out the power steering fluid, not knowing that the electric power steering is actually out on this thing. You guys can see it's been leaking a little bit. You can see the car's in pretty good shape. Guys, we went ahead and gave it its first little clean, nothing crazy. But you can see that the hood is looking a whole lot better. It's definitely just gonna need a new polished, waxed, and sealed, as well as the roof of the car. You can see it's nice and shiny with the water on it. It's kind of dull without any water. We're gonna go ahead and sand this off right here down to the base coat and try to hit it with some new clear. The headlights, we're gonna go ahead and buff this old headlights, and if that doesn't work, we'll go ahead and order a new set of aftermarket LED. This fender right here is also missing the clear coat. So I got the car running right now. Like I said, tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and try to tackle this clear coat, as well as that exhaust leak that's coming from the bottom right here. And you guys, I really think it's gonna be the flex pipe. We're gonna go ahead and stop for today, continue back tomorrow. You guys, so it's the next day. I went to go ahead and run to the parts store and got a few things. Check it out, you guys, this is all I picked up right here. So I ran over to Harbor Freight and I picked up a few things. You guys can see the list right there. It was about 52 bucks. This is everything I got. I ended up getting the ceramic wax on sale, you guys. It was a pretty good deal, 13 bucks. I don't really know. I've never used it before, so hopefully it's good. We got this headlight restoration kit, you guys. It's the first time I ever saw it. It was like 13 bucks, so I figured I could reuse it. I'm not gonna use this. I already have my own. A few microfiber towels. Sanding block was like 3 bucks. 600 grit sandpaper, some polishing bonnets for the machine that I use. Then I ran over here to AutoZone, got myself some clear coat. There's a clear coat I'm gonna be using right here. And then, you know, just a odor eliminator for the inside once we're done. Already had a compound polish, 3000 and 2000 grit sandpaper laying around the garage, so we're gonna go ahead and use that. Again, you guys, our main concern is gonna be this front right here. So I'm thinking about wet sanding all this clear down to about right here and respraying it right here underneath of the headlights. You can see it has a little bit of damage as well, so we're going to go ahead and try to get just this upper area right here, and hopefully we can blend it into this body line. Who knows, you guys. We're going to go ahead and give it a try. Here's the passenger side. It's a little bit worse over here, and we're also going to take care of this fender. And you guys, I've never done this before, so we're going to go ahead and do it together as our first time. Once that clear coat is dry, we're going to go ahead and compound and polish, wax the hood, the top, and the trunk. The clear coat on this is not as glossy as it is on the fenders. You can see right here the huge difference. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Once we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and do a full interior detail. Interior isn't all that bad. Seems pretty clean. It just needs a nice little touch up. Also has a really weird smoke, which is why I bought that air freshener. We're going to go ahead and rinse the bumper off again, sand it down with 600, spray some clear. See how it looks. Alright guys, so this is about how it turned out. As you guys can see, I did go into the paint, so I'm gonna have to run back to the paint store and get the color match paint. Then we're gonna go ahead and spray pretty much this area of the bumper and then hit it with some clear coat. Alright guys, we just got back. As you can see, we got our custom paint right here for a total of $37.36. Gonna go ahead and lay down some paint. Alright guys, so this time we're looking for the prep. As you guys can see, I have no prior experience taping anything off, but this is what I got going on right here. We're gonna go ahead and hit it with some paint real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the small little piece of the fender and then move on to the hood. Hopefully there's enough paint, or I'm gonna have to go back and buy some more tomorrow. Guys, as you can see, I did a really light coat. It looks pretty good, you guys. You can see a little bit of difference right there. So I'm gonna wait for this to dry and mainly focus on this area. Time for our second coat. Alrighty guys, you can see this coat definitely looks a lot better, especially in this little area right there. I think it looks really good. Let's go ahead and move on to the front bumper. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this small area right here. Alrighty guys, this is our first coat. You can see, not too shabby, man. As you guys can see, our first coat looks pretty freaking good, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit for a couple minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and hit it with one more coat, and I think it should be good. You can see right here, a little bit of the dark is coming through. So I'm gonna go ahead and focus up right there. But I do wanna go ahead and get this one more time. This has been a few minutes, so let's go ahead and hit it with our second coat. First coat down, you guys can see I got some pretty good coverage. You can see a little bit of dark spots right here. We're gonna go ahead and let this sit, hit it with one more coat, and I think it should be fine. Alrighty guys, we just threw a very light coat in the middle for our first coat. You guys can see the darkness right there. Like I said, you guys, this isn't perfect. I just want to go ahead and try to make this look a little bit better. There's a few scuffs down here that we didn't remove, but I think after buffing the paint, it should be fine. Second coat going on. Alrighty guys, that is our second coat. I can still see some of the darkness shining through, and I can see the clear coat layer right there. See if I can let the camera focus. I'm not really too sure if this is gonna show through in our final result, but we're gonna go ahead and let this dry and hit it with one more coat. Time for a third coat. For this coat, we're gonna go ahead and spray everything. Hey guys, this is our third coat. You guys can see there's been a few droplets that have come off the can. Right there, right here, right there. This side over here looks all right, but you can see from the glare of the sun, we can still see that clear coat, which I should have done a way better job at sanding down. Again, those droplets right there. Taking a look at the fender, this looks amazing over here. Right here, there's no way you can tell the difference between this paint and this paint right here. It looks great. We're gonna go ahead and let everything dry for a couple of minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and start laying down our clear coat. Alrighty guys, we're gonna go ahead and start hitting it with some clear coat. I am gonna be using Rust-Oleum automotive enamel right here, and I'm using the number 1 setting. Let's go ahead and hit it. First clear coat, I can definitely see some orange peel right there, as you guys can see it right there. And we're gonna go ahead and let that dry. Go ahead and hit our front bumper. Alrighty guys, that was our first coat. Like I said, you guys, this is not perfect. There's definitely a bunch of orange peel throughout the whole paint job. We're just trying to go ahead and make this better so we can go ahead and get this car nice and flipped. We're gonna go ahead and let this dry and hit it with one more coat. Second coat of clear going down. That's our second coat of clear. As you guys can see, there's a few dark areas in the paint. I'm not exactly sure why those are so dark. If you guys know, go ahead and let me know down below. We're gonna go ahead and let this dry, and we're gonna go ahead and hit it with just one more coat. And then we're gonna go ahead and let that dry and hit it with some compound and polish. Hopefully this car's looking way better than it was when we first got it. But as you guys can see over here on the fender, it looks really good, you guys. Alright, you guys, we let our third coat of clear coat dry for about 30 minutes. You guys can see all these small little things are coming up. While I was letting this dry, I was letting my phone charge as well, you guys. And in between them, I just went ahead and vacuumed the interior. I took all the mats out and everything, put them over here. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a full detail on the inside. Alrighty guys, so this is how we're looking. It actually doesn't look all that bad. As you can see right here, we can see the difference between the paint. I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up, but you can see a little bit of orange peel. Coming up to the front, you can see all those small little differences. I should have hit some more base coat right here. Coming up around to the fender. The fender over here looks amazing, you guys. You can see the difference in paint. But hopefully with that buffing and compound, it's gonna go ahead and go away. We're gonna go ahead and let the clear coat and paint cure overnight. So we're gonna go ahead and hit this back up tomorrow morning. Aside from that, we're just gonna go ahead and continue detailing the inside. I did go ahead and finish detailing the inside. You guys can see right here. Looking nice and clean. You guys, so that's officially day 2 of owning the Mazda. We're still waiting on our electric power steering pump to come in from eBay. You guys, it's the following day. We're gonna go ahead, rinse everything off, wet sand it with some 3000, dry it up, and then we're gonna go ahead and start hitting it with some compound and polishing it. Mainly gonna focus on the new clear coat that we left. I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a bit of compound. We're gonna go ahead and hit it with some polish. I'm gonna go ahead and slap some of this ceramic wax on there to see how it looks. Alright guys, so this is the final result. You guys can see it's still definitely two-toned up top. Looks a little bit more faded than the front. Like I said, you guys, it's not perfect, but for the first time, I really don't like how this line right here shows up. Alright guys, now we're gonna go ahead and clean up our headlights. You can see I already went ahead and cleaned this one up. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to do it on this side. This is how it's looking like up to 500. We're gonna go ahead and hit it with 800 now. This is how it looks like after 800. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2000 now. This is how we're looking like with 2000. We're gonna go ahead with 3000 and then we're gonna go ahead and polish it. Guys, this is how it looks like after wiping it down. As you can see, it looks way better. Alright guys, this is how the car's looking. We went ahead and cleaned up the front bumper, repainted it, put some clear, polished, waxed it, fixed the headlights, cleaned up the headlights, did the same for the hood. I just got done doing the sunroof. You can see it's a lot shinier. There is still a bit of clear coat peel up here. I'm just gonna go ahead and let this be. Coming up to the trunk, I hit the top as well with some polish. You guys can see it's not perfect by any means, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and give this exterior one more final wash. Before we give this car the final wash, we're gonna go ahead and lift this up and try to find the exhaust leak. Alrighty guys, so we're here underneath the car, and I figured out where our exhaust leak is coming from. It's gonna be coming from right here, off the flex pipe. As you can see right there, my finger's pointing. It's cracked. It's a little tight in here for me to get my welder in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. I doubt anybody's gonna notice unless they're really mechanically inclined, because the exhaust leak is very minimal. Except from that, everything down here looks good. As you can see, there's no leaks. Up front, everything looks pretty good. You guys, I lifted the car up in the back. Everything seems to be in pretty good shape. I want to see this strut right here blowing. It's leaking a little bit. I'm not really too worried about it. Coming over here to the rear passenger side, everything does look pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and lower this vehicle down. Alrighty guys, so that's pretty much all we can do until our electric power steering comes into the mail. You guys remember, the electric power steering is located right here on the front passenger side. You can see it down there. This should be a really easy install. That's the only thing that we're waiting on for now. I'm gonna go ahead and hold off on the cleaning. Until then, you guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it with some water, take a few pictures for the before and after. Aside from that, this car is pretty much ready. We did do a quick little detour here. Like I said, you guys, nothing crazy, just to make the car look presentable again. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and update you guys when our electric power steering pump comes in. Alright guys, we just got our new electric power steering pump from eBay. Already got everything set up. Gonna go ahead and remove it. It's actually located right under here. Alright guys, you can see this is the electric power steering pump right here. I'm gonna try my best to show you guys every single bit, but for the most part, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock this job out. Alright guys, so this is what we got going on right here. I just connected the two main lines right there. You guys can see I went ahead and put on those little plugs, and we didn't leak too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue trying to finagle this thing. For the most part, it is loose. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it out of there. Alright guys, this is our old power steering pump. I'm gonna go ahead and have to transfer this hose over. We're gonna go ahead and slap our new one in from over there. Alright guys, this is the new to us power steering pump right here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these little harnesses and transfer our wires over. We're also gonna go ahead and remove this old bracket. We don't need that. Alright guys, just like that, we're ready to install again. I'm gonna try to put you guys down right here so you guys can see everything that I'm doing. Hopefully it's a decent angle. If not, sorry guys. Before we continue with anything else, we're gonna go ahead and plug in our harnesses. You guys can see I really don't got enough space and I can't see the harness, but we're gonna go ahead and feel around. We'll get it eventually. There we go. This is how we're looking. I just went ahead and put the pump in. Nothing's bolted on, it's just mocked up. You guys can see we just got to plug that back in with our washer, plug this hose back in over here, and we should be good to fill it up. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten everything up and be back with you guys here in a bit. Just went ahead and tighten everything up. You can see right there. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this area down with some brake clean, and we're gonna go ahead and start filling it up with some power steering fluid. We're gonna go ahead and start filling it up with some power steering fluid. I'm gonna go ahead, put a little bit in there, start the car, and turn the steering wheel side to side. So the steering is feeling way better. As you guys can see, the power steering light went away here on the dashboard. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep airing out the system and topping it back off. I'll catch back up with you guys here in a bit. We're nice and topped off right here. We're actually a little bit over the max line, but you guys, we didn't even use a full quart, you guys. So that means we get to go ahead and return this one. Go ahead and return the full one. We're gonna get our $7 back. So like I said, you guys, everything is nice. Everything is good over here now. Taking a look back down here, there is no leaks. Just a little bit of power steering fluid that has spilled. Everything's looking good down here. Like I said, you guys, there is no leaks on the engine as well. Look at that. And I'm assuming that's why we didn't need to top off a whole lot. I'm gonna go ahead and put this plastic back together. There we go, you guys. Boom. You can see the steering wheel turns nice and easy. Feels great. No noises or nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and get a quick test drive in. The test drive was good. I'll go ahead and post the car on Facebook right now. I'll go ahead and include pictures of the listing. I'll be back with you guys whenever we got some hits. We're heading to the title office right now. We gonna go ahead and transfer the title over and get paid today. Hey guys, so we did just come back from the BMV. We did get cashed out today. I ended up selling the car for $3,100. I know I could have actually got my asking price, but I did just want to get rid of the car as soon as possible. These guys were actually the first people that came to actually look at the car. Everybody else was just on games. We ended up talking. I knocked the price down to $3,100, which was a fair deal for the both of us. All in all, for the car, we're $1,470 in. We sold the car at $3,100. That brings us to an actual profit of $1,630. Guys, it's such an easy way to make some extra money on the side. I've been doing this for years. I am planning on recording a few more videos. If you guys are interested, hit the like, comment, subscribe. I do have another flip that I'm currently working on right now that I will go ahead and record and upload for you guys. Aside from that, see you guys in the next video.